Alright, so here's another quick video just to answer a question I had. Most of you, well, some of you are going to probably end up with a couple different drawings. Because this is three different views for this drawing. You may have sketched them out on three different pieces of paper. Some of you may have done them all on the same piece of paper, so when you scan it or photograph it, they all appear in the same document. But if you've done multiple drawings and need to get them all onto the main master drawing, this is how you can go about doing that. So I've got these three images that I want to combine. So I've got this image, and this image. And I want to combine them into one new document. What you want to do is open up those three images in Photoshop. So you'll have the three windows, one for each up here at the top. And then go to File and do a new document. And I think, I don't have the spec in front of me, but I think maybe I have you doing this at 17 or 11 inches tall by 17 wide. Check the spec, and whatever it is, that's what you want to use. But in Photoshop, you can change your, when you create a new document, you change to inches here. You want this horizontal orientation. You can assign it a width of 17 inches, a height of 11 inches, and a resolution of 300 pixels per inch. And you want it to be in RGB color. And that should be all you need to set. And you're going to have a new document that looks just like this. You'll see it comes open as the background, and there's nothing there. So then what you'll do is you'll go to each of your individual images. And again, they're just one layer. So with that image in the front and open, you go to Select All, or Command A is the key command for that. Then you'll see the marching ant selection box around the entire document. Once you see that, go to Edit, go to Copy, then go back to your master document and go to Edit, Paste, or Command V, which is your key command. If you learn those, that'll speed things up for you. But you paste it, so it creates a new layer with that image on top. Okay, and then what you can do is get your Move tool here, and with this layer selected, you can then click on it and move it around anywhere on the page you want it to be. You can also, once you've got that layer selected, you can do a Command T, or let me see if there's where it is. It's key commands up at the top. What you're looking for is transform image, and I use the key command so much I don't know where it's at, but it's Command T. That'll throw a box around it, and you can grab a corner and scale your image up and get it just the way you want it. So that's Command T, or the transform tool, which is, let's see, somewhere over here. Sorry, I don't know that off the top of my head, but I know Command T is the key command. Let's see. Oh well, you could find it, or you can use the key command for that. But it's transform is what you want to do. There it is. It's under Edit, Transform, and you can select that and free transform, and it'll throw you that box around there. So you can scale it, you could grab it, drag it, and rotate it and flip it, depending on how you move those. But once you've got your first one in, go to your next image. Again, go to Select All, Command A, and then Edit, Copy, or Command C. Back here, Command V, and so you'll see a new layer appear. Then you can go Command T to transform, and you can scale that up. And then we'll go to our last one, select all, copy, paste, and move it. Now this one I'll have to shrink a little bit to fit it on there. And if I just grab that corner, it keeps everything in proportion too. It doesn't shrink it or anything like that. Now what you're going to notice is that you may have parts of your images that overlap. Okay, so what you can do with that is, before you do anything else, you could go in and get your lasso tool, and you could kind of draw around that. So you've made a selection around that. Okay. If I turn the background layer off, you can see that I've got all this white stuff that I don't want. I've drawn a selection around what I want to keep. Then I can go to select and do inverse to invert that selection. That selects everything outside of this area now. Then I can hit delete on my keyboard and it gets rid of that. So I can do the same here. Lasso tool. And just draw around the character. And invert, select inverse, and make sure I'm on layer 2, which is the layer that drawing is on, and delete. And then I'll do the same for layer 3 or layer 1. Lasso tool, draw around. Select inverse, delete. Now that will clean up that drawing some. And I can go in and space things out a little bit more. And so once I've got my layout the way I want it, what I want to do is go to the layer menu and go to flatten image. And now I've got a background that's ready for me to create my new layers and paint on top of, per the previous video. So if you've got multiple documents, drawings you want to get into this one sketch, that's how you do it. And you can also go in, and once you've got this, you might want to go in and clean up some stuff a little bit. So maybe you want to get rid of some of these lines here. So what I might want to do is go in and clean up some of these brushes and or clean up some of the pencil strokes. So I can get my white pencil and I can go in and I can just kind of paint over some of that stuff. And if I get a softer edge on that, and the way you can do that is with your brush dialog box here, you can change the hardness or softness and kind of soften up that a little bit. So again, you can clean this up as much as you want or as little as you want, depending on what the look you're going for is. But that's how you can put together multiple documents. So there you go.